morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. It is opening day in North America as games are in full swing. Many games have been completed earlier in the day, but we are going to be bringing you the Athletics and the Seattle Mariners tonight in our live commentary here between these two ball clubs. And we're first of all going to give you the starting lineup for the visitors, the Athletics. Of course, the Athletics, who used to call Oakland their home, are now going to be playing in Sacramento this year. And so leading off and playing in right field is number 4, Lawrence Butler. Batting second and doing the designated hitting is number 25, Brent Rooker. Hitting third in center field is number 33, J.J. Bleday. In the cleanup spot, doing the catching is number 23, Shea Langeliers. Batting fifth in left field is number 22, Miguel Andahar. Hitting sixth and playing first base is number 21, Tyler Soderstrom. Hitting seventh and playing third base is number 13, Gio Urshela. Batting eighth at second base is number 10, Max Muncy. And batting ninth and at shortstop is number 5, Jacob Wilson. And they're going to face Logan Gilbert, who takes to the mound. He gets the nod for the season opener for the Mariners, as Gilbert will take to the hill tonight in the Emerald City. Now, the starting lineup for the home team, the Seattle Mariners, leading off, and in right field is number 10, Victor Robles. Batting second and wearing number 44 is the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third and doing the catching is number 29, Cal Raleigh. In the cleanup spot and in left field is number 56, Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 20, Luke Raley. Batting sixth and playing third base is number 7, Jorge Polanco. Hitting seventh at first base is number 23, Rowdy Tellez. Batting eighth and playing second base is number 1, Ryan Bliss. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is number 3, J.P. Crawford. And they're going to face Pedro Severino, the big free agent signing by the Athletics, who is taking to the hill and making his Athletics debut tonight for this one. Well, stick around, everybody. First pitch is a couple of minutes away, and we'll have it all for you here in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Live commentary between the Athletics and the Mariners.
Thank you for that introduction, Freddie. Hey guys, Steve coming back at you today, and every day is opening day on my channel. I open everything from hot sauce to beer to deviled eggs to cans of soup to ravioli to sport card packs that you wouldn't believe. I open blasters of stuff. I open regular boxes of stuff. Speaking of hot sauce, I open hot sauce, which is often gifted to me from the community. I have it all. I open up Star Wars by the tons, including the Family Guy Star Wars. I have a bunch of wrestling that I do open, and I do non-sport cards like crazy. As you can see, we have it all. I even open Marvel, tons and tons of Marvel cards. But you never know, on my channel, you just may have a little trouble with tribbles, too. Remember, opening day, every day. Thank you, Freddie. See you in Funny Pages, guys.
Well, the Mariners taking the field. Logan Gilbert is starting his tune-up tosses, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with all the action. Hang tight, everybody, on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to get this one underway here as Logan Gilbert is just completing his tune-up tosses. It's going to be Lawrence Butler, Brent Rooker, and J.J. Bleday to come to bat. Our friend Ryan is in the house here, and we welcome him. He says, hello and go Mariners. We welcome you, Ryan, for checking in here tonight with us. Appreciate you for popping by to listen in. It is going to be the Athletics' first game as they are, of course, eventually moving to Las Vegas, but they will be playing this year and probably a couple more seasons in Sacramento. And Gilbert has completed the tune-up tosses, and we are ready to get this one underway. Butler, Rooker, and Bleday to face the right-hander of the Mariners. Most of the games around the MLB are finals. There are a couple of late games that are going on, and we'll keep you updated for that through the night. Lawrence Butler stepping in as he is ready to begin the season here for the Athletics. The Oakland Ball Club is got the yellow tops with the gray pants and the green socks. The Mariners are in their home whites. And here comes the first pitch from Logan Gilbert as he rocks himself into the windup and delivers a first pitch at 97 for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Butler. Butler hit .262 last season with 22 homers and 57 runs batted in. As the right-hander Gilbert rocks into delivery and fires, there's a fastball at 98 that is swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. Butler enjoyed himself a pretty nice season last year for the Athletics, and in some ways, a lot of people wouldn't know that it even happened, as the Athletics are sometimes an afterthought for the people on the East Coast. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Butler. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Butler batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Gilbert. As again, he gets the sign and he's ready to deliver as he rocks into the windup. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count runs even to 2-2. Defensively tonight for the Mariners from left to right field, it is going to be Arozarena in left. The center fielder is J-Rod. In right field, it is Victor Robles. As Gilbert rocks himself back into the windup and kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 2-2. Around the horn from first to third, Rowdy Tellez is at first, Ryan Bliss at second. The shortstop is J.P. Crawford with Jorge Polanco at third. With the battery of Gilbert and Raleigh. Here comes the 2-2 pitch as he rocks into the windup and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's tapped softly to the right side, fielded by Bliss. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Butler on a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. So 1 Athletic up and 1 Athletic down. That's going to bring up the designated hitter in Brent Rooker. Rooker enjoyed himself a nice season last year. He had himself a pretty solid campaign at the plate as he bats from the right side here. Rooker waits on the offering from Gilbert, who kicks and fires a first pitch fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The 30-year-old Rooker began his career in the Minnesota organization at the big league level. But he had 39 homers and drove in 112 last year for the Athletics, which was the third most in the American League. As Gilbert rocks and fires, there's a fastball swung on it. Is popped up over on the third base side, but it's going to make its way into the seats, and that's going to run the count now to 0-2. Pretty healthy crowd in Seattle for opening night. So no balls and 2 strikes it is. It is a retractable dome in Seattle. It's an like I would call it open air dome, as you can see through left center field. As there is a lot of fresh air that blows through. There's a breaking ball that just misses down. The count is 1-2 to Rooker. But the roof is closed tonight. As it does change how the ball will fly a little bit in Seattle. As the 1-2 pitch is on the way. Here comes the offering. Gilbert delivers, and that is a fastball that misses low, and the count runs even to 2-2. Last couple pitches almost looked like they were 2-seamers or sinkers, both north of 90 miles an hour, but not your 4-seam that Gilbert can run up to the plate. Ryan says, Logan Gilbert, my college teammates. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, ready to go again is Gilbert as he gets the side from Raleigh. The payoff pitch is on the way. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball, waved at and missed, and Rooker goes in the books for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the center fielder in J.J. Bleday. That was a great pitch there by Gilbert. It looked like it was going to be right at the knees, and Rooker ends up going down. That's the one knock on Rooker. Each of the last 2 seasons, he has struck out north of 170 times in the year. He's going to have to cut down on some of his strikeouts. As the first pitch is a fastball that swung on and it's lifted foul on the third base side of home plate, and the count is 1-1 to J.J. Bleday. Former first-round pick of the Miami Marlins. Appeared in 159 games last year for the Athletics, hitting .243 with 20 homers and 60 runs driven in. It was a straight-up baseball trade for A.J. Puck a couple years ago. As Gilbert delivers, there is a fastball swung on. This ball's hit softly to the right side, fielded by Bliss. He throws to first. He's a busy man in the inning. It's a ground out 4-3 for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it here in the first half of the inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through a half inning. It is the Athletics nothing and the Mariners coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We'll keep you entertained with all our good friends like Steve Rademacher and Matt Hollis, but we'll be back in just a few.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. That's right, everybody. We know baseball, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Here is the real introduction to our friend Steve Rademacher, who will be with us through the night.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out, as it is the Athletics and the Mariners that we are giving you live commentary here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Coming to bat for the Mariners, it'll be Robles, Rodriguez, and Raleigh, the three R's at the top of the batting order to get things going here against the right-hander Pedro Severino. Severino had inked the contract with the Athletics during the offseason. It was the largest free agent contract. I had to do a double check on that ever given to a player in the offseason, as the Athletics not known for spending their money. As the first pitch from Severino is on the way, it's a fastball swung on, its tapped slowly in front of the plate. Out to pick it up is the catcher Langliers, and he fires to first. And with one pitch, we have one away here on a ground out 2-3 to start the bottom of the first inning. And that is going to bring up the center fielder in Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez struggled a little bit last year. He played in 143 games. He hit .273, had himself 20 home runs. As the first pitch from Severino is on the way, it's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Rodriguez hoping to have a bounce-back year, as he had a bit of a sophomore jinx in the 2024 campaign. Severino rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend C. Brown in the house. He says, "Hi, KB fan." And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line. It's going to slice, and it's just going to land foul. As that is going to run the count now to 1-2 on Rodriguez. We welcome everybody into the stream tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. That would probably be the one and only Chris Brown. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rodriguez, as it is here in the bottom of the first inning, the Athletics and the Mariners. And there's a breaking ball that just misses inside, moves Rodriguez off the plate, and the count now goes to 2-2. Defensively tonight for the Athletics, from left to right field, it is Andahar in left. The center fielder is Bleday with the right fielder Butler. Around the horn from first to third, Soderstrom is at first. The second baseman tonight, Max Muncy. At short, Jacob Wilson, and the third baseman is Gio Urshela. The battery of Severino and Langliers. As that fastball misses outside, it now runs the count full to Rodriguez. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Rodriguez waggling the bat. Here comes the payoff pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is going to be lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side, and the count remains at 3-2 to Julio Rodriguez. I haven't seen Severino pitch in a couple of years. He was with the Mets organization last year, but he is a big fella, really big in the lower half. And there's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is the first strikeout of the 2025 campaign for Severino as he puts Rodriguez into the books for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone, and that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Raleigh, known as the big dumper in the Pacific Northwest, batted .220 last year. He drove in 100 runs as he bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Severino, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Raleigh waiting on the offering, and the pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and now it runs even at 1s. Mark Carlson's behind the plate tonight with Jordan Baker, the umpire, at first. Stu Sherwater, the Canadian, is at second, and John Bacon at third. As there's a cutter that misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1 on Raleigh. Carlson, so far in the first inning, has had a very liberal strike zone. It's been a little bit on the wide side for both ball clubs. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Raleigh. Mariners looking to get off to a good start this year. They led all of Major League Baseball in strikeouts as a team last year. And the concern around the Pacific Northwest is, have they done enough to cut down on their Ks? There's a breaking ball that Severino thought was strike 3 as he started to make his way off the mound. But Mark Carlson did not go up with the right hand, and that runs the count full to Cal Raleigh. So here we go. Here comes the payoff pitch, as it is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and Severino is going to put Raleigh aboard. That's the first base run of the ball game, as Raleigh makes his way down to first base, and that'll bring up the left fielder in Randy Arozarena. So Raleigh, the runner at first, not a threat to run, is the big fella. And Arozarena steps up to the plate. He was a midseason acquisition last year from the Tampa Bay Rays, batting from the right side, and the first pitch from Severino is a fastball that swung through and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Arozarena hit .219 last year with 20 homers and 60 runs batted in. His production was down a little bit from previous years, as there is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count goes to 1-1. Either 2 things have to happen. Either Mark Carlson is going to have to start going up with the right hand on some of these pitches, or they're going to have to adjust the K zone on TV. There's a fastball that is swung through and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. Severino really pounding Arozarena inside, as he's been trying to live under the hands. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as the big fella works to the set. Now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. It is lined right to the glove of the second baseman, Max Muncy. And that is going to do it, as Arozarena is in the books for out number 3. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard. Your score, as we are now through 1 complete, it is the Athletics nothing and the Mariners nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. In turn, we support Matt Hollis. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. Logan Gilbert has completed his tune-up tosses, and he's going to be facing the heart of the order coming up for the Athletics here in inning number 2. It'll be Shea Langeliers, Miguel Andahar, and Tyler Soderstrom. Get things going here for the Athletics in inning number 2. Gilbert ready to go to work as he gets the sign from Raleigh, and he rocks into the windup, kicks and fires, and the pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Langeliers hit .224 last year with 29 homers and 80 runs driven in. Was a former prospect in the Atlanta Braves organization as the right-hander delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right field. Coming in and toward the foul line is the right fielder Robles. He's there, and he makes the catch, and that is going to retire Langeliers for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and they'll bring up the left fielder in Miguel Andahar. Well, for Andahar, it looks like he may have found himself a home with the Athletics, as he was a New York Yankee at the beginning of his career, and he had himself some injury issues. Bounced around a little bit. He spent some time with the Pittsburgh Pirates, but it looks like he may have found a home with the Athletics organization as he swings at the first pitch and fouls that one away, and the count is 0-1. Andahar last year hit .285 in 75 games, had 4 homers and 30 runs batted in. Not quite the power that he used to have. He was an infielder with the Yankees when he first came to the big leagues. As Gilbert ready to go again, rocking into the windup and delivering. There is a fastball that is lined right to the glove of the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. And Andahar is just going to turn and walk right back to the dugout. He hit the ball right on the screws, right to the glove of the third baseman, Polanco, for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here, and that is going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Well, for Soderstrom, he steps to the plate here, batting from the left side. He was a former top pick of the Athletics, as the first offering here from Gilbert is on the way. It's a fastball swung on, and this one's popped up over on the third base side. That ball is going to drift into the seats just beyond the third base dugout. The count is quickly 0-1 to Soderstrom. Last year, he hit .233 in 61 games for the Athletics with 9 homers and 26 runs batted in. Batting here against Gilbert for the first time tonight as the right-hander ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from Raleigh, and he rocks into the windup. Here's the pitch. And that is a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal to the third base umpire, and up with the right hand goes John Bacon. And that is going to put Soderstrom in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Gilbert ready to go again as he gets the sign, and he rocks into the windup. Here comes the pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal to the third base umpire, and they said Soderstrom went around. So back-to-back pitches, he can't hold up. And he's going to go into the books for the third out of the inning, and that's going to do it for the Athletics here in inning number 2. They go quietly and in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 1.5. Your score is the Athletics 0 and the Mariners 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. We appreciate you guys for hanging here with us. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game when you get a chance.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. Luke Rowley at the plate, and the first pitch was check swing for a strike, and the second pitch a breaking ball in the dirt from Luis Severino. 18 pitches in the first inning for the Athletics right-hander as he faces Rowley here for the first time in inning number 2. As he rocks into the windup and delivers, there's a fastball that's swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats down the third base line, and the count now goes to 1-2. It's Rowley, Polanco, and Tellez here to face the right-hander in the second inning as he rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and this is a line foul over the dugout on the third base side. The count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rowley. Again, Severino rocking into the windup. He kicks and he fires. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And Rowley's in the books for out number 1. That's the second strikeout tonight recorded by Luis Severino. So 1 up and 1 away. I'll bring up the third baseman in Jorge Polanco. Just as a reminder, for those of you who are new to our channel, we are going to be on a late night. That is our shtick. We like doing the Japanese games in the middle of the night, North American time. So if you're a night owl, be sure to join us as the first pitch fastball is delivered to Jorge Polanco and it's swung on and fouled away. Count is quickly 0-1. We will be on later tonight. It is opening day in the Japanese League, as it will be the Fighters and the Lions who we will carry live later tonight. So join us for that listening party as there's a breaking ball that misses upstairs and the count goes to 1-1 on Polanco. But every once in a while, we'll try to squeeze in some big league games. This will be one here today. We might try to squeeze another one in tomorrow or Saturday as there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 1-2 to Jorge Polanco. Just like the Japanese League, we'll get a game in every single day on the first 3 days of the series or games of the series. We also have started our podcast, the Japan Baseball Report, which will keep you up to date on all of the happenings in the NPB and for the Japanese players that are playing in Major League Baseball. 1-2 on the way. There's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And that is going to be the first hit of the ball game for either team. It's the second base runner for the Mariners as Polanco has himself a 1-out single. And that'll bring up the first baseman in Rowdy Tellez. Not only are we doing the podcasts on YouTube, we also have it wherever you get your podcasts. We're in about 16 or 17 different podcast pieces, including iHeartRadio and Apple Music, as well as Amazon. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count's 0-1 to Rowdy Tellez. Tellez last year in 132 games hit .243 with 13 homers and 56 runs batted in. And Tellez, he was released with not much time left as there's a fastball that comes inside and Tellez is drilled. And he's going to make his way down to first base. I was just about to say that Tellez was just short of a bonus with the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. He only needed like 4 or 5 at-bats, and there they were in the last week of the season, and they let him go. That was probably as cheap a move as you could see. Tellez's numbers weren't horrendous, but the Pirates didn't want to have to give him a bonus, and so they basically adiosed him at that point. So they didn't have to pay him. This brings Ryan Bliss to the plate. The right-handed hitting second baseman of the Mariners takes a fastball for a called strike. The count's 0-1. Have to say both pitchers tonight, Severino and Gilbert, lots of movement on their fastball. A lot of arm side run here from Severino. As the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on, grounded softly to short. They go to second for 1, back to first. And that is going to be an inning-ending double play as Bliss has ground in to do a 6-4-3 double play. And that will do it here for the Mariners in their half of the second inning. All right, a little tongue-tied here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. You are now through 2 complete innings. Your score is the Mariners 0 and the Athletics 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with inning number 3 in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you for that introduction, Freddie. Hey guys, Steve coming back at you today, and every day is opening day on my channel. I open everything from hot sauce to beer to deviled eggs to Kansas soup to ravioli sport card packs like you wouldn't believe. I open blasters of stuff. I open regular boxes of stuff. Speaking of hot sauce, I open hot sauce, which is often gifted to me from the community. I have it all. I open up Star Wars by the tons, including the Family Guy Star Wars. I have a bunch of wrestling that I do open, and I do non-sport cards like crazy. As you can see, we have it all. I even open Marvel, tons and tons of Marvel cards. But you never know, on my channel, you just may have a little trouble with tribbles too. Remember, opening day, every day. Thank you, Freddie. See you in Funny Pages, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. Logan Gilbert back on the hill, and he delivers a first pitch fastball to Gio Urshela that's taken for a called strike. The count's 0-1. Urshela with the Tigers, Braves, among other teams last year, hit .250 with 9 homers and 52 runs batted in. The Colombian plays a pretty good defense, and he was signed in the offseason by the Athletics as there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes even at 1-1. Urshela will be followed by Max Muncy and Jacob Wilson here in the third inning that the Athletics are hitting, as he is ready to go. He was with 6 teams over the last 5 seasons, was Urshela. So there's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-1. But a serviceable player. We've seen him with the Blue Jays in recent years as well. He was also with the Guardians organization at one time, Cleveland, with the Yankees. There is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field, moving back and underneath it with plenty of space and room. It's Randy Arozarena, and he's going to haul that one in. And Urshela is going to be gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. It'll bring up the second baseman in Max Muncy. And for those of you who are listening, it's not the Max Muncy who's been with the Dodgers. This is the other Max Muncy who is getting the opportunity here for the Athletics, a former top pick of their organization, as the first pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Muncy batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Gilbert. Had a lot of things about him, but I've not actually seen Muncy play, so we'll get an opportunity to get a look at it here. There is a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal over to the first base umpire, and up with the right hand goes that of Jordan Baker, and that is going to run the count to 0-2 on Muncy. So both the umpires at first and third have been busy raising the right hand here tonight. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Gilbert rocks and delivers, and there's a breaking ball down in the dirt. Good stop there by the big dumper. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Muncy. This is Muncy's major league debut here tonight on opening day in the lineup. So expect him and Jacob Wilson to be around for a long time in the middle part of the infield for the Athletics, as there is a changeup that is swung on and missed. Oh, he took something off that one. 82 miles an hour, pulled the string on Muncy, and he's going to walk back to the dugout. That is the 3rd strikeout recorded tonight here by Logan Gilbert. So 2 in the books, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. That was a good piece of pitching there by Gilbert. So now Gilbert ready to face the right-handed hitting Wilson, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. 94 on the gun on that last pitch. 28 games last year. Wilson hit .250 for the Athletics. Very open stance, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is lined into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and that is going to be the first hit here for the Athletics, as Wilson is aboard with a 2-out single, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Lawrence Butler. I have to say, one thing about Wilson, he's very active. He's got hot feet in the batter's box. He stands with a very wide open stance, and then he ends up coming square. But it is a very, very interesting batting technique, to say the least. So Gilbert ready to face the top of the order in Butler, and the first pitch is on its way. There is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Butler 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to second to begin the ball game, as he is in the hole here, 0-1. And Gilbert delivers. There is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but this time it is John Bacon says no, that he didn't go. And so now that's 1 ball and 1 strike to Butler. It is a 4-game series that the Athletics are in Seattle for. As the right-hander Gilbert holds set, now he kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on his line, right back off the pitcher. Gilbert comes off the mound. He fields it. He throws to first, and that is going to do it. Butler is going to be retired, and Gilbert is going to walk off the mound. It's going to go as a ground out 1-3, as it was a line drive right back off of him. We're going to get a look at the replay. It looked like it got him in the backside, as he was able to come off the mound and be able to make the play. But that is going to do it here for the Athletics in their 3rd inning. Well, the first hit of the ball game for the Athletics, recorded by Jacob Wilson. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your score is the Athletics 0 and the Mariners 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit. We appreciate you guys for hanging in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back after this musical timeout. If you're burning the midnight oil late night, be sure to come and join us for the Japanese Baseball League, the NPB. It all gets going tonight. They are opening at 2 o'clock in the morning Pacific, 5 a.m. Eastern. And if you want to stay in the know, join us with our Facebook group as we provide it to you here. You are listening to live NPB commentary with Last Raps Baseball. Be sure to check out our podcast, The Japan Baseball Report, either on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to join our Facebook group as well. It is NPB Japan Baseball Report. Stay up to date with all the other followers who are a fan of the Japanese game. First pitch breaking ball delivered to J.P. Crawford was taken for a called strike as the 3rd inning is back underway, and there's a fastball swung on and line foul down the left field line, and the count now goes to 0-2. So we do the late night stuff. So if you're in the community in the area, be sure to come in and check us out. We do some MLB stuff from time to time. There's a fastball that just misses inside. The count goes to 1-2. Got to tell you, that pitch from Severino there, he came under the hands, and it had a lot of backdoor run, and he thought it cut the inside corner of the plate. I think that the home plate umpire, Mark Carlson, just can't give up on some of those pitches. It is a lot of life in the fastball of Severino. There is a breaking ball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. The count remains at 1-2 to Crawford. It'll be Robles and Rodriguez to follow here in the 3rd inning, as there's a ground ball back up the middle. It looked like it may have hit Severino, fielded by the shortstop Wilson. He throws to first. We'll have to get a look at that. Looked like he tried to throw his leg out to be able to stop that. I don't know if he had ended up getting a piece of it or not. We'll have to look at the official score. It does look like it was 1-6-3 on the putout. So Crawford is in the books for out number 1. That's the 2nd time a pitcher has been hit here in the matter of a few pitches. Logan Gilbert to end the last inning. And there is a breaking ball that comes inside to Victor Robles, and he misses that one for ball 1. was saying a lot of movement. It looked like it was coming up and in on Robles. He started to get out of the way, and that ball snapped almost across the plate. And there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Camping out underneath it is J.J. Bleday, and he is there to make the catch. And Robles is going to be retired. So 2 quick outs here in the 3rd inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. This ball game here is skipping along at a pretty good pace. I don't want to jinx ourselves, but boy, it has been up and down like an elevator. There is some action now in the Mariner bullpen. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on, and this is line foul down the right field line. Look at it. It looks like it is Bizzardo up and throwing, so that's not a good sign if Logan Gilbert's going to have to leave the game. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to J-Rod. It is a fastball that misses up. They go to the first base umpire, but Jordan Baker says no, he didn't go. He's going to run the count even to 1-1. I'd like to get a look at that one myself. I think that was, at least from our end of things, it looked like the J-Rod had turned on it. Here's the 1-1. There's a breaking ball down and away, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. As we mentioned, if you're up late night and you've got nothing else to do, come and join us for the Japanese action. There's a fastball that just misses outside. I haven't quite got in the groove yet here with the home plate umpire, Mark Carlson, and I have to say, I'm not sure that Luis Severino has got into the groove with him either. So 3 balls and 1 strike as the right-hander rocks into the windup, and the pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. J-Rod certainly doesn't deserve the veteran calls quite yet that maybe some of the others had. Interested to see what's happening with Logan Gilbert. By the looks of it, I don't know if he's going to be making his way back out. His night might be over depending upon where he got hit. I'd like to get a look at that on the replay. I thought he got hit on the backside. But the way that the bullpen is warming up, we may have seen the end of him tonight. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. That's going to be ball 4 as J-Rod's going to get himself a walk, and that will bring up the catcher in Cal Raleigh. Well, for Raleigh tonight, he was the first base runner of the game for the Mariners as he drew a walk. He was stranded at first in the 1st inning. Newly minted, he's going to be in a Mariner uniform for a while. They gave him a big contract to keep him in a Mariner uniform. There's a first pitch fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. Investing in their players and some of their players. But you never want to get too comfortable with Trader Jerry, the general manager, Jerry DiPoto, as there's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count's 1-1. He is always got a trade that he likes to make, and he keeps the roster always turning over. So here comes the 1-1 pitch, and instead they throw to first base, and getting back safely is Julio Rodriguez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Randy Arozarena waiting his turn on deck as it is 0-0 here in the bottom half of inning number 3. There's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and away. It's now 2-1 to Raleigh. Also kind of curious to see what kind of leash they have on these starting pitchers, how far they're going to run them here in the ball game tonight. So here is the 2-1 pitch as, again, Severino working himself to the set. Rodriguez gets his lead. There's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up into shallow center field. Backing up underneath it is the shortstop, Wilson. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to do it for the 3rd out of the inning. And Raleigh goes in the books here for out number 3. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was a walk and a runner left the board. We are now through 3 complete. It is the Mariners 0 and the Athletics 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
That's right, everybody. That's our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure after the game to go check him out. It is another Hollis build. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Hang with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for the Athletics. That means Brent Rooker, JJ Bleday, and Shea Langeliers. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Athletics. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Mariners. Logan Gilbert is going to be coming back out to start his 4th inning of work. 34 pitches for the right-hander through the first 3 innings. And the first pitch is a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Brent Rooker. Rooker 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out back in the first inning. His only plate appearance as the right-hander Gilbert ready to go again. Gets his sign from his catcher Raleigh, and he rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a breaking ball that is swung at and chopped foul behind home plate. And Rooker is now in the count at 0-2 in the hole. So no balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Luke asks, are you doing any NPB action today? Yes, we are. We are going to be doing the game between the Fighters and the Lions as there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Rooker's in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the center fielder in JJ Bleday. So, yeah, we are going to be doing some late night stuff tonight. So hopefully if you are around, you'll be there to join us for those as well. And I'm not sure on the rest of the weekend. We're going to look to see what the pitching matchups are. We're leaning towards the Carp. As the first pitch on the way is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Coming in hard and sliding and making the catch is Julio Rodriguez. And that is going to retire Bleday for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that'll bring up Shea Langeliers. Our friend Luke says, is it USA Today at 4:30 a.m.? It is going to be, depending on where you're at, it is going to be 2 a.m. Pacific first pitch or 5 a.m. Eastern as that game will go off. Luke says, is it still on Pacific League TV? Yeah, if you've got that, it is still on that as well. You can get it on Yahoo or JSport or whatever else if you have a VPN. There's a cutter that's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Not sure exactly what Yahoo's showing. I know Amazon Prime has also been showing games in Japan. So here comes the 0-1 pitch as Gilbert kicks and fires to Langeliers, and it's a breaking ball swung at and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. I got to say that this has been a very economical performance here by the right-hander. Only 40 pitches so far, as he has worked 3 2/3 innings here in the 4th. Luke asked the question, what happened to Dingo? I honestly don't know what happened to Dingo. Not really sure. Something that we've never really paid much attention to, Luke. As the 0-2 pitch is on the way, here comes the offering. And there is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly foul just past the bag at third base. Out of the reach of Jorge Polanco, and the count remains at 0-2. Not exactly sure what's going on with all that stuff in the Japanese league, but we do know this, that tonight, tomorrow, and the Sunday games in Japan, we will call all 3, but we're going to mix it around a little bit, see what we have. As I mentioned, probably we might even squeeze a Bay Stars game into it if Bauer is pitching. There's a breaking ball that misses down to Langeliers, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's Athletics Mariners, top of the 4th inning. As the right-hander ready to deliver as Gilbert gets the sign. And he rocks himself into the windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and Langlier's in the books. He's gone for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Gilbert, and by our books, that is 5 on the night. We've got no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We'll be back in just a few. Our friend Luke is asking a pile of questions. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth and carry on our conversation in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to go check him out after the ball game for all your entertainment needs. Luke says, where do you find Pacific TV? Is it an app? Nope, not an app that I'm aware of, but it is on the web. You can just have to go and take a look using your Google. You'll be able to find it easily, but you're going to have to pay for that. And there is a membership for that as well. I don't know if they offer any free games like Major League Baseball will do from time to time, but that is, they do offer a complement of different stuff that you can pull up, and there is a fee for that as well. And you're going to have to navigate through the Japanese. Unfortunately, I can't do that for you. So here comes the first pitch here to Randy Arozarena. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. It's Arozarena, Raley, and Polanco to face Severino here in the fourth. And the pitch is a breaking ball that misses way outside. The count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. For those of you who are with us for the first time, we do call some MLB games from time to time, but we really like doing the Japanese stuff. As there is a breaking ball that is waved out and missed, and the count is now 2-1 to Arozarena. Really impressed with the stuff that Severino has. A lot of movement on his pitches, both on his fastballs and on his breaking balls, as there's a fastball that runs in on the hands and Arozarena fouls it off, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. First start of his career in a athletic uniform for Severino, as there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. Luke says he just can listen to us. Yeah, sometimes when there's other people in the stream there, Luke, they can help you out if there's any other types of feeds that they might be able to find things. They can share that with you there, as there's a breaking ball waved out and missed, and Arozarena is gone on strikes for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the DH and Luke Raley. So for our counts, that's the 3rd strikeout recorded by Severino tonight. So not too bad there by Randy Arozarena. That brings Raley to the plate, who is 0 for 1. As the first pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Luke says you got to put the game stream up. No, we don't do that. We're here to listen and all the rest. I think that it becomes a bit of a distraction, as there is a ground ball taken by the first baseman, Soderstrom, who dives to his right, makes the play, and then he is going to underhand flip it to Severino covering, and Luke Raley is going to be retired on a ground out 3-1. He's in the books for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. Well, for Polanco, he's got the only hit so far for the Mariners tonight. He is 1 for 1. He had a single back in the second inning. As the first pitch here from Severino is a fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Luke asked, if we're going to put the game stream up. Yeah, we'll do that after this game here tonight. And as I said, I'm going to do the other ones once the pitching matchups are announced. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes even to 1-1. More than likely do a game at 10 o'clock Pacific tomorrow. And then I have to take a look and see what we're going to do on Sunday. There's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. So Jorge Polanco, with 2 hits tonight, has all the Mariner offense. A 2-out single here in the 4th, and that's going to leave it up to Rowdy Tellez. Luke says they are all announced for today. Yes, all the games. We're doing the Fighters and the Lions tonight. That's going to be the game that we're going to call. Tomorrow, we're not sure. Usually they announce the starters 24 hours out in the Japanese League. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in. So we'll probably put up our stream for Friday, which is the Saturday Japan games, after the game tonight, once we see who the starting pitcher matchups are. There's a breaking ball that is swung on. It is popped up. It's going to go foul down the first base line. Giving chase is Soderstrom, but he's going to watch that drift into the seats, and the count is 1-1 strike. So 1-1 strike it is. Our friend Luke is asking who is going to be the starting pitcher for the Lions tonight. As the pitcher for the Lions tonight will be Amai. It is going to be Kanamura for the Fighters, as they have earned the opening day nods. There's a pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes to 2-1 on Tellez. That last pitch was at 97 miles an hour. Tellez was hit by a pitch his first time up by Severino. As the right-hander holds set and now kicks and delivers, there is a fastball taken for a called strike. That was center cut, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Tellez. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luke says, do you think that SoftBank is the best team? I don't know if the Fighters are quite ready to take over the torch. There's a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. And Tellez is in the book, says he stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched that go by for out number 3. And that's going to do it here for the Mariners in the 4th. So we've been moving along at a pretty good clip. It is the Mariners nothing and the Athletics nothing. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're now through 4 complete. Nothing is the scoreline, and we'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. That's right, everybody. We know baseball, and we'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hold tight. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back to everybody. It is going to be the top of the 5th inning, as it is going to be coming to bat for the Athletics, Andahar, Soderstrom, and Urshela. This game here has been moving along at a pretty good pace, as Logan Gilbert back out for his 5th inning of work as he rocks himself into the windup, and he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Our friend Luke says he's so glad that Japanese baseball is back, and so are we. looking forward to another season of late night baseball. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0 on Andahar. Andahar 0 for 1 tonight. He lined to third base his first time up. Waiting on the offering here from Gilbert, who holds at the belt and rocks himself into the windup. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Andahar. Soderstrom and Urshela to follow here in the 5th inning. Gilbert gets the transmitted signal from his catcher, and he rocks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded up the middle, right to the glove of the second baseman Bliss, who throws to first. And Andahar is in the books on a ground out 4-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman in Tyler Soderstrom. Gilbert and Cal Raleigh have a commercial out for the Mariners. If you're up in the Pacific Northwest, you might see it. If not, it's on Instagram on the Mariners page. It's kind of funny. The Mariners do have some good commercials over the years. The first pitch is a breaking ball swung on, is lifted into straightaway center field. This ball is going to be trouble, and this ball is going to be off the batter's eye in center field, straight away off the bat of Tyler Soderstrom. He's going to open up the scoring for the Athletics. It is now a 1-0 lead. Boy, did he send that one a country mile. As he's got himself a home run here, that is going to open the scoring 1-0 here for the Athletics. That is going to bring up the third baseman in Gio Urshela. So the Athletics with an early lead. With 1 gone here in the 5th. That brings Urshela to the plate, who's 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to left field his first time up. Starting to wonder there if we were ever going to get any runs. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Although I have to say, I don't know if I would have thought that the way Gilbert had been pitching here, that it would have been him serving up the first run of the night. Severino seems to have lost a little bit of feel and touch and command on some of his pitches. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded back up the middle, fielded again by Bliss. And that is going to retire Urshela on a ground out 4-3. So 2 in the books here. That's going to leave it all up to the second baseman and Max Muncy. So we too are looking forward to the return of the NPB season. And as we said, our goal this year, last year we tried to call a bunch of games and we ended up falling short of our goal. I was hoping maybe to do about 150 between MLB and the Japanese League, and that's what we're targeting this year. There's a first pitch fastball swung on it, is pop foul into the seats on the first base side. Count is 0-1 to Muncy. Muncy struck out swinging his first time up. It was a change piece from the right-hander Gilbert that had him way out in front. So here comes the 0-1 offering. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. 1-0. The Athletics now have the lead here in the top of the 5th, courtesy of the home run of Tyler Soderstrom. Mariners here. And Gilbert ready to go again, getting the sign from his catcher, Raleigh. The pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. When this game is finished, we'll give you a full roundup from around Major League Baseball. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that is swung on and chopped foul into the feet of Muncy, and the count is 2-2. And as we mentioned, in just a little under 6 hours from now, the NPB gets going as the Japanese season will be underway on the other side of Pacific Ocean. So if you're up for the late night stuff, hang with us. And also, too, the Korean League is also underway. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Muncy's in the books, but damage has been done here by the Athletics as they have drawn first blood. They had 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 5th. It is the Athletics 1 and the Mariners no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for listening in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. This is our friend Steve. Be sure to check him out after the game. We'll be right back in just a bit.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Coming to bat for the Mariners will be Ryan Bliss, J.P. Crawford, and Victor Robles, as they will be facing the right-hander Luis Severino here for his fifth inning work. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball one. Count is 1-0. Bliss, his first time up, grounded into a double play to end the second inning, as he takes a fastball that's just upstairs for a ball, and the count is now 2-0. That last pitch was at 96 miles an hour. The difference in this game is a Tyler Soderstrom solo shot to straightaway center field, as there's a fastball that comes inside and almost hits Bliss. And the count is now 3-0. As we said, Severino last inning or so has not been as sharp as he was. His command of his pitches has waned a little bit here as the 3-0 offering is on the way. And there's another fastball that misses inside. That's going to be ball four. And that is going to put Bliss aboard with a leadoff walk, and it'll bring up the shortstop in J.P. Crawford. That is the third walk issued, at least what we see here tonight, from Severino. I'm going to have to take a look at that. It looks like he had one in the first, one in the third, and one in the fifth. So he's good for one every other inning. There's a breaking ball that misses way upstairs. The count is 1-0. It's 5 in a row here to start the fifth inning. Crawford grounded out as he hit a ball off the pitcher his last time up. It was a 1-6-3 ground out as they throw over to first base, and getting back easily is Bliss. Nice stop there by the first baseman, Soderstrom, who had to drop to a knee. Keep that one in front. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, as it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Almost a full slate of games on opening day. I think there were 14 across Major League Baseball today. Opening day, at least in the North American side of things. There's only one other game that's currently going on. It's the Cubs, who are leading the Diamondbacks 4-2. That's in the middle of the fourth. We'll give you some scores from around the MLB here as well, as we make our way through the fifth inning. So 2 balls and no strikes to Crawford. Runner at first is Bliss, and the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. That's at the knees on the inside corner. The count's 2-1. Yankees behind Carlos Rodon today beat Freddie Peralta of the Brewers 4-2. That is the Yankees home opener. As the right-hander delivers, there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count's now 2-2. Crawford, and you can tell based on his body language, was not a big fan of that call. Orioles went into Toronto and laid a beatdown on the Blue Jays 12-2. Zach Eflin got the win. Jose Barrios took the loss. He was roughed up in that one. Blue Jays only had 4 hits in their home opener. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed, and Crawford's in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone. It'll bring up the top of the order in Victor Robles. Other scores, the Red Sox went into Texas and beat the Rangers 5-2. Aroldis Chapman got the win in his debut for the Red Sox. was Jackson who took the loss for the Rangers. As the pitch from Severino as a fastball swung on and lifted foul by Robles, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and a strike. Slayton got the save for the Red Sox in that one. Phillies beat the Nationals in 10. It was 7-3. They put 4 on the board in the top of the 10th, did the Phillies, as there's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1-1. Alvarado picked up the win in relief for the Phillies. Pache took the loss for the Nats. Guardians also won in 10 innings today as they beat the Royals 7-4. They scored 3 in the top of the 10th. As they throw over to first and diving back in time is Bliss. Manuel Clase got the win in relief. He had actually served up and gave up a run in the bottom of the 9th to the Royals to tie the game. There is a breaking ball that is swung on, is lifted into right field. The runner was on the move. This ball has popped up, coming in hard is Butler. They're going to have to hurry. The throw to first. The pitcher, Severino, covering, hits him in the glove, and he drops the ball. I'm not so sure they would have had a double play. Soderstrom had to go out into shallow right field. Butler was coming hard. Butler ends up making the catch to retire Robles for the second out of the inning. And as he gave way, he threw on the run. And it looked like actually Severino just outright whiffed on the ball. It hit the runner and trickled into foul territory. So back safely is the runner Bliss, and that'll bring up Julio Rodriguez. But that could have been a double play. And there goes the runner, and here comes the throw down to second, and it's going to be over the head of the second baseman Muncy, and then rounding second and heading to third on the error by the catcher is Bliss. So he's going to get himself a stolen base. He's going to advance to third on the error by the catcher. Now he is at third here with 1 ball and no strikes to Rodriguez. We got our friend Chad Wright in the house here. We welcome you, and we got Tyler in here as well. Sorry, fellas, I was catching up on some other things. We do have a conference on the mound here as the catcher Langeliers has gone out to talk to his pitcher Severino. They basically almost had a double play, and the next thing you know, they had problems. With the error there by the catcher, allowing Bliss on the stolen base to go all the way around to third base. So it could have been out of the inning, but instead, runner at third with 2 gone and 1 ball and no strikes on J-Rod. There is a reliever up and throwing in the Athletics bullpen, so one would have to think Severino's leash is going to be coming to an end. It's Mitch Spence, as there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. Tyler says it's one of his favorite days of the year. Special feeling on opening day. I've only been to one opening day, and that would have been maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, as there's a fastball swung through and missed. Count is now 2-1. And it was a game that I saw between the Angels and the Mariners. It was opening night. Maybe even longer than that. I think Josh Hamilton was in the lineup for the Angels. There was a fastball swung on. It's chopped over to first. Fielded neatly by the first baseman Soderstrom. And he's going to step on the bag. And Rodriguez is gone for the third out of the inning. Well, the Mariners, they threatened, but they don't score. There was no runs in the inning. No hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left. Score as we move to the top of the 6th. It's the Athletics 1 and the Mariners no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back here in just a couple moments with all the action. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. If you're new here, be sure to stick around. And if you're really new here, it'll be late night baseball in the NPB tonight, 2 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Eastern. We'll be on the call, Lions and Fighters. We'll be back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the top of the sixth inning, and coming to bat for the Athletics will be Jacob Wilson, Lawrence Butler, and Brent Rooker. Our friend Chad Wright pumped a fist, and he said he made some money on a no score in the first inning in this game. He probably could have made more money with no scoring for the first few innings in this game. The offense has been inept for both teams, other than the home run by Tyler Soderstrom in the last half inning. So Jacob Wilson coming to bat. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He singled in his first trip, as the pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. It's the greatest day in baseball because everybody here is together. And Chad says he is a Mariners fan. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count's 1-1. I'll be in Seattle on Sunday. I'm going to catch the Athletics and the Mariners. Looking forward to that, but really looking forward to Monday night to see Emerson Hancock and the Mariners take on the Tigers. My fingers are crossed. It's either going to be Casey Mize or Jackson Jobe, but I'm really hoping to see Jackson Jobe get his start with the Tigers. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Wilson. Get down there early, catch the couple of games. Try to get down to Seattle 3 or 4 times. I'll be in Detroit a little later in the month of April. I'll get to see the Padres and the Tigers. As the 1-2 is on the way, there's a breaking ball that swung on. It's chopped foul over on the third base side. And the count remains at 1-2. Chad says, when is Kirby back? I have to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I thought for some reason he was going to be in the weekend series, but I haven't really paid tight attention to what's been going on in the Mariner camp. As that breaking ball misses down and away, it's now 2-2 to Wilson. I obviously, knowing that Rowdy Tellez was signed right at the end of the year, making the ball club out of spring training was interesting news. And you think about the trade rumors in the offseason, Luis Castillo was talking about Castillo being dealt to the Red Sox, with the names of Tristan Cassis and Masataka Yoshida coming the other way, as that fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 2. Tyler says the Tigers had a tough day against the Dodgers today. Yes, they did. There were some bright spots in the game, but you can't do that very well against the Dodgers and make your mistake. And Skubal made a mistake, and Oscar Hernandez made him pay. There's a ground ball up the middle. And a really nice defensive play there by Bliss going to the backhand side. Gets up and throws to first, and Wilson's retired on a ground out 4-3. So 1 gone here in the inning, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Lawrence Butler. Yeah, Skubal was nasty, and he had some nasty stuff. Unfortunately for Skubal, he made 1 mistake, and Teoscar made him pay. So here comes the offering from Gilbert. It is a first pitch breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Butler 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded to second and grounded back to the pitcher. As the right-hander Gilbert ready to go again. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up over on the left side. Underneath it, backpedaling, and there to make the catch is Polanco, and that is going to retire Butler for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone, and it's going to leave it up to the designated hitter, Brent Rooker. It is going to be J-Rod bat flip bobblehead on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Tigers. I was telling a story the other night. I was in town last year to see the Mariners play the Reds. It was Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead night, and they were giving away the junior bobbleheads. They had 2 different ones. They had teal and they had the white uniform. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count's 0-1 to Rooker. And the thing that was funny about it is that I got that junior bobblehead, and somebody came up to me. He was watching the game. The guy had come up from Texas to see the game, and he wanted to get the bobblehead. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and Count goes to 0-2 on Rooker. So he leans in. We're talking. We're in the bullpen and shooting the breeze a little bit. And he says, "You wouldn't want to sell that bobblehead, would you?" And I said, "Sure." And I go, "Everything's got a price." He says, "I'll give you $20 for the bobblehead." I said, "Well, that's not the price." As there's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. And then he says, "Okay, I'll give you $50 for the bobblehead." And I go, "That's the price." And so he gave me $50. I gave him the bobblehead, and he was happy. I was happier. He went away with that there. And then his girlfriend came by, and she had already picked up the bobblehead. There's a breaking ball that misses down. So I didn't know which one I had. And I said to White, "Open up." And so he ended up opening up, and he had two white ones. So then he had to go and make a deal to get a teal one. And he had two different ones, and he went away happy. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rooker as the right-hander Gilbert ready to go again. As the pitch is on the way, there's a changeup that is swung on and missed. Oh, that was nasty. Gilbert had him way out in front, and that is going to retire Rooker as he has gone for the third out of the inning. And that is the third time tonight Rooker's gone down on strikes. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. Nobody left aboard as the Athletics go in order. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Mariners trailing the Athletics 1-0. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. From our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the ball game.
Thank you for that introduction, Freddie. Hey guys, Steve coming back at you today, and every day is opening day on my channel. I open everything from hot sauce to beer to deviled eggs to cans of soup to ravioli to sport card packs like you wouldn't believe. I open blasters of stuff. I open regular boxes of stuff. Speaking of hot sauce, I open hot sauce, which is often gifted to me from the community. I have it all. I open up Star Wars by the tons, including the Family Guy Star Wars. I have a bunch of wrestling that I do open, and I do non-sport cards like crazy. As you can see, we have it all. I even open Marvel. Tons and tons of Marvel cards. But you never know, on my channel, you just may have a little trouble with tribbles, too. Remember, opening day, every day. Thank you, Freddie. See you in Funny Pages, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. Our friend Jimmy Feltner in the stream with us tonight. We appreciate you for popping in. Chad Wright said he went to the Griffey Hall of Fame induction. He thought that was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen any of the induction ceremonies in Seattle. I've seen a number of the retirement jersey ceremonies in Detroit, as that was the closer piece where I used to live. It is going to bring Cal Raleigh to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back underneath it with plenty of room to make the catch is J.J. Bleday. And with one pitch, we have one away here to start the 6th inning. That'll bring up the left fielder and Randy Arozarena. So tomorrow, for sure, we're going to do an NPB game tomorrow night, as we will in the middle of the night. So if you're up late night, Chad said he went to the Hall of Fame in New York in Cooperstown. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away by Arozarena, and the count is quickly 0-1. If I told you how long it's been since I was in Cooperstown, would be 41 years ago. 41 years ago, October. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Count is 1-1. Cooperstown is a pretty cool place, especially in the middle of nowhere in New York. As the 1-1 on the way, there's another breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count's now 2-1 to Arozarena. Quaint little town, and certainly the museum and then all the little surrounding places beside it. Very interesting place. They also do tournaments for kids these days there. There's a fastball that misses inside. It's now 3-1 to Arozarena. Chad says it's cool to see Pete Rose there signing stuff, and not happy that he kept them out. There's a fastball that misses inside, and Arozarena is aboard with a 1-out walk. It's going to be the 4th free pass issued here by Severino, and if you include the hit by pitch, that's 5 runners reaching base without having to swing the bat. So Arozarena aboard. That'll bring up Luke Raleigh to the plate. Rally 0 for 2 in this one. He has struck out and grounded to first. As the pitch on the way is a breaking ball swung on and chopped foul over on the first base side. 0-1 to Rally. One thing that was interesting, I think Bob Costas made a really good point about Pete Rose. He feels that Pete Rose should have been elected to the Hall of Fame. He feels that they should not have put a team on Rose, and they should have on the plaque explained why he was suspended from baseball as he swing through and miss, and the count is 0-2. You'd have to go and kind of Google that up and check to see what Costas's full thoughts were on it, but I thought it was a very unique take on Pete Rose, as really the gambling came after his playing days. It was more when he was the manager of the Cincinnati Reds as they throw over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner Arozarena. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Rally. Keep our eye on Arozarena. The pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for those of you who are new to our channel, what we do is we do call the NPB games late night. We do like to get in on that action. There goes the runner. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is lifted into straightaway center field. And this ball is going to get down. It's going to drop in front of Blade for a base hit. As that ball was able to bleed down, reaching second base safely, it was Arozarena. As Rally is going to get himself a single. That's going to put runners at first and second with 1 gone. It's going to bring Jorge Polanco to the plate. That was a breaking ball that sat up in the zone. Rally had popped it up. I thought it might have hung up long enough for Blade to be able to get in, but they were playing him back, playing him deep. And it ended up that Blade was playing ping pong out there with the ball as he took it on 1 hop. That puts runners at first and second with 1 gone, and bringing Polanco to the dish, who's 2 for 2 tonight. He squares to bunt, and there is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is quickly 1 ball and no strikes to Polanco. The Mariners have 3 hits tonight, and Polanco's got 2 of them. Luke Rally with that bleeder just now was the 3rd hit achieved by the Mariners. Chad Wright makes a good point. He says that David Ortiz was known for his juicing, as there's a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1 to Polanco. Not just that. When you think of guys like Mark McGwire, you think of Rafael Palmeiro, all of those guys, Roger Clemens, Andy Pettit, Barry Bonds, there were no rules against taking steroids at that time in the game. And there's a ball that's bunted down the third baseline. Severino gets off the mound. He fields it. He throws to first. Oh, a nice play there by the first baseman, Soderstrom, as the runner at third is inching his way down the line. That's going to put runners at second and third. So Polanco, you don't see that all this time. Sacrifice is going to go in the books as a 1-3 putout. Puts 2 in the books. Advancing to third, Arozarena. Advancing to second, Rally. It's going to bring Rowdy Tellez to the dish. Chad says, hands down, Bonds was the best he'd ever seen. I only saw Barry Bonds play 1 time, and that was in Pittsburgh. 1 time live, I should say. And he did not have a particularly good game defensively. There's a fastball that is swung through and missed, and the count is 0-1. Tellez tonight 0 for 1 in a Mariner uniform, struck out looking, and he's been hit by a pitch. As the right-hander Severino now approaching the 100-pitch mark. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside. Count is 1-1. We'd have to think that this is the last inning of work for Severino before the pitching parade will begin for the Oakland Athletics. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. Count is 2-1. Can't say that he's lost any velocity. That last pitch was at 98 miles an hour. But one would think he is about to empty the tank here. Ryan Bliss waiting on deck as the left-handed batting Tellez waiting here. And now time has been called. Certainly Barry Bonds was in a whole other stratosphere when it came to hitting. There was a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. It's now 2-2. One thing that's for certain is that Steroids do not help hitters hit. Steroids will help the ball go over the fence, as it is going to add a little bit of juice to the swing, so to speak. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, its pop foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side, and the count remains at 2-2. The other thing with the steroids is it's the recovery. Players take the juice and they're able to bounce back much quicker. You play a Friday night game in the evening, and the next thing you know, you're bouncing back and playing on the Saturday. It is a much better piece to that. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander delivers, there's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called third strike. It's the second time tonight Tellez has gone down looking. He's not going to endear himself to the Mariner fans doing that too often, and he has gone for out number 3. Well, the Mariners, they threaten, but they don't score. There was no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left the board. We're now through 6 complete. It is the Athletics 1 and the Mariners no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you all for jumping in here tonight with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Here is our friend Steve again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve. Welcome back, everybody. Our friend Jimmy Feltner says the Reds need a closer. Yeah, they do. And the Reds also did you pretty good today as your man, Hunter Green. It went over the 6.5. We were giving you guys some scores from around the Major League Baseball. We're going to continue with that. As the other games that were finals earlier today, the Mets lost to the Astros 3-1. Framber Valdez got the win. It was Clay Holmes taking the loss for the Mets, and it was Josh Hader picking up the save. As Logan Gilbert ready to go back to work here, he's going to be facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Oakland A's, as the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. It's Blade, Langeliers, and Andahar who face the right-hander here in inning number 7. 69 pitches through the first 6 here for Gilbert. As he kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that's waved out and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The Giants came from behind to beat the Reds today, and that's what Jimmy was talking about. They scored 4 in the top of the 9th as they were trailing 3-2 going into that inning. And they ended up with a 6-4 victory. Rogers gets the win in relief. Gabo takes the loss, and Walker with the save. There's a breaking ball swung on, is chopped softly over to second, fielded by Bliss. He throws to first. And Blade is in the books on a ground out, 4-3. So 2 gone, 1 gone here in the inning on the ground ball to the second baseman. That brings up Shea Langeliers. I would have to think that I should be in almost mid-season form by now, but we're stumbling and bumbling a little bit there. It's going to bring Shea Langeliers to the plate, who's 0-2 tonight. Langeliers flew out to right and struck out his 2 trips to the dish. As the first pitch is on the way, it's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Padres beat the Braves 7-4 today. Willie Peralta gets the win for the Padres. It was Neris taking the loss for the Braves and Suarez getting his first save for the Padres. There's a breaking ball that is waved out and missed. The count is now 0-2 to Langeliers. Had to do a double take. White Sox got on the board. They're north of 500. They are 1-0. First place in the Central. They beat the Angels 8-1 today. Burke got the win for the White Sox. Kikuchi took the loss. As Gilbert ready to go again. Marlins beat the Pirates 5-4. Not because of Paul Skeens. He did his part, as there's a breaking ball that bounces up to the plate and the count goes to 1-2 on Langliers. Tinoco got the win. Bednar took the loss, as it was a walk-off victory for the Marlins. They'd scored 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to come from behind to win that game 5-4. There is a breaking ball swung on, chop foul over on the third base side, and the count remains at 1-2 to Langliers. And the other final, the Cardinals knocked off the Twins 5-3. Sonny Gray got the win. Pablo Lopez took the loss for the Twins, and it was Helsley getting his first save. As it would be, other than for the Dodgers and the Cubs, a lot of firsts for everybody today. As it is opening day. There's a breaking ball that's waved at and missed, and Langliers is in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here. And by our count, that would be the 8th strikeout recorded here tonight by Logan Gilbert. Jimmy says, I'll be back. He's doing a show. All right, Jimmy. We appreciate you for popping in here regardless. Here comes the offering to the right-handed hitting Miguel Andujar, and it's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Andujar tonight is 0 for 2. He's lined to third and grounded to second his 2 trips to the plate. As he waits on the offering from Gilbert, who rocks himself into the windup and delivers. Pitch on the way, breaking ball misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Chad, who was in here earlier and was talking a little bit about stuff, being a Mariners fan. I do miss Dave Niehaus and his call. I really didn't have an appreciation for Niehaus until I'd moved out to the coast. Of course, he passed away, I guess, rather suddenly, as there's a breaking ball that misses down. It's probably got to be about 12 or 13 years ago now, as he used to be on the call for the Mariners games. I do believe he was still partnering with Rick Riz at the time. He was still in the booth for the Mariners. There's the breaking ball that swung on its chop foul over on the third base side. The count runs even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Gilbert here at 81 pitches. We'll keep an eye, see if he comes back out for the 8th. I kind of would be shocked by that, if the way the Mariners have operated. There's a breaking ball missing down. It's now 3-2. Although I'd be running him out for inning number 8. I'll have to see what the manager and Wilson decides for the M's. Tyler Soderstrom, who has accounted for the only run tonight, waits his turn on deck. But here's the 3-2 pitch coming up to Andujar as Gilbert rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball that swung on. It's taken on 1 hop by Polanco at third. He throws a bit of a lollipop to first, and that is going to do it. That's going to go down as a ground out 5-3, as Andujar is in the books for the 3rd out of the inning, and they go quietly to the Athletics here. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 7th, it is the Athletics 1 and the Mariners no score. Stick around, everybody. 8-9-1 coming to bat when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us today on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be coming to bat for the Mariners in their half of the seventh inning. Ryan Bliss, J.P. Crawford, and the top of the order, Victor Robles. We're just waiting to see if the pitching change is going to be announced, if it will be Mitch Spence, as he was heating up in the Athletics bullpen, looking like he was ready to come in to replace Luis Severino. We're just waiting for confirmation of that. I'd be shocked if Severino was coming back out. He has 99 pitches through his 6 innings of work, and on his 99 pitches, he only threw 57 for strikes. He started off pretty good, and then he started to struggle as he went around with his command. So for him to battle away and to have himself a 1-0 lead, but it isn't going to be Spence, who was heating up. It is going to be Ferguson, who is coming into the ball game. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. This is Tyler Ferguson, who appeared in 48 games for the Athletics last year. As the pitch on the way, there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. It's now 2-0. So Tyler Ferguson on in relief. And he is in the hole straight away here to Ryan Bliss. Bliss is 0 for 1 tonight. He's also had a walk and a stolen base as he swings through a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Ferguson on in relief here of the starter, Luis Severino. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 3-1. Interesting here is walk's a bit of problem here tonight for the Athletics. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and it's a leadoff walk here for Ryan Bliss. And he is aboard, and that'll bring up J.P. Crawford to the plate. And by our counts, that's the 5th walk issued tonight by the Athletics. On top of that, of course, 4 were issued by Severino, and Severino did hit Rowdy Tellez. So walks will kill you. You can't defend walks. As Ferguson holds to the set, here comes the offering. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and this is not a good look here for the Athletics. When you bring your relievers in, they got to throw strikes. As the right-hander works himself to the set position, here comes the offering. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. Only 1 strike so far on 7 pitches from Ferguson. He has not got a command of his pitches yet, and he throws over to first, and diving back in time is Bliss. Again, Soderstrom having to drop to a knee to stop the ball. So 2 balls and no strikes to Crawford. Polanco had a sacrifice bunt in the last half inning with 1 out. I would have figured that this would have been that situation for maybe J.P. Crawford to do that. There's a fastball that misses down. It's now 3-0, but if Tyler Ferguson can't throw a strike, you might as well plant the bat on your shoulder and watch the pitches go by, because he's about to get himself a walk here. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Ferguson holds set. Now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. And that is going to do it. Crawford is going to get himself a walk. It's going to advance Bliss over to second base. Now they've got runners at first and second with nobody out. Mariners are threatening here late. It's been a pretty good start here for the Athletics, but now we got a conference on the mound as the pitching coaches come out to have a few words here with Ferguson. It's pretty simple. You got to throw strikes. There is more action going on in the Oakland bullpen. The pitching coach is Scott Emerson. I look at the coaching staffs of some of these teams. I can't believe the number of coaches they have on the staff. I remember back in the day, there'd be 5 coaches usually per team. You've got your first and third base coaches. You have your hitting coach. You got your pitching coach and your manager. And then, of course, the first and the third base coach would have responsibility either for base running or for infield or for outfield, whatever it might be. Now there's 2 hitting coaches. There's a first and a third coach. There's a bullpen coach. There's an interpreter. As squaring the bunt is Robles, and he's going to foul that one off, and the count is quickly 0-1. They got a quality control coach. You got the bullpen catcher who's listed as a coach. You got the bench coach and director of hitting. So basically 3 hitting coaches here for the Oakland Athletics. Unbelievable. Here's the 0-1. Squaring to bunt again is Robles, and another one bunted foul, and the count is 0-2. So Robles unable to, did he foul that one off, or did it go all the way to the backstop? They throw to the plate. Bliss slides in. So we got all kinds of confusion going on. Did he foul the pitch off, or did he not foul the pitch off? We've got it at no balls and 2 strikes. The manager has now come out to argue with the home plate umpire, so Kotze wants this to be reviewed. He thinks it's a foul ball. I think it's a foul ball as well. Mark Carlson, who we said early on was having struggles with balls and strikes, we're going to get a look at the replay on this one. He had squared to bunt. As he squared to bunt, it looked like it went off the glove of the catcher, but it also looked like it may have been tipped off the bat. Or maybe not on that angle. On the first angle we saw, we thought that it was for sure a foul ball. On the second angle, and it looks like that Bliss, who came around all the way around from second base to score a tying run, and then they had a play at the plate that they think that they may have tagged them out at the dish. We're going to get a look at the replay on this one. So there's all kinds of things they may have to review. And I think Bliss is going to be out. I don't think he got his foot to the plate. So we're going to have to see how this is going to be reviewed. I don't think his foot touched home plate. On the other angle from the outfield, it looked like it did. But it looks like his foot had hit the ground and then had come off the ground. He never actually touched home plate. And Ferguson applies the tag. So we are going up for a review here, and they're going to have to give a little explanation. As Mark Carlson is letting everybody know that the play is under review. So I think this is going to be a fairly quick review. If they're reviewing either the foul ball or if they're reviewing the other piece, which is the play at the plate. So if you're watching in here with us right now, we're going to have to hang in with us. The throw was in time. It looked like the runner was going to be safe, but he never actually touched the plate. It looks like that Ferguson applied the tag. So let's see how they rule this one. Let's see if there's any home cooking to go along with it. As they have the war room. And this is one of my biggest complaints, is if this game takes... If it takes you more than 30 seconds to have to review a call, then obviously the guys on the field, it is that bang, bang. But the other part to this is now you got the pitcher on the mound. He's waiting. You've got everybody waiting in the war room here as the replay review is looking at this. I guess it's going to sell you a couple extra hot dogs. Our friend Chad says he's hoping for extra innings tonight. Well, I guess we're just going to have to sit tight and wait. Got to sell an extra couple of beers. That's one thing I noticed when I was in Japan. They don't shut the taps off on the beers. North America, I think it's the 7th inning. After the 7th inning, they don't sell any beer anymore at the games. In Japan, you can keep going right to the end of the ball game. You could even walk out the stadium having one. It's pretty amazing. And here comes the call from the home plate umpire, Mark Carlson, as he's ready to deliver his message. And up with the right hand he goes. And that is going to retire Bliss at the plate. So it's going to be considered a wild pitch charged to Ferguson, as that pitch is going to be a ball. So originally it was going to be no balls and 2 strikes. So it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner Bliss is going to be retired. He's going to be put out 2-1. He's going to be gone for the first out of the inning. J.P. Crawford, good heads-up running. He goes all the way around to third. But they do have it at no balls and 2 strikes on Robles. So they originally had changed it. Now there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Camping out underneath it is Blade. He's there to make the catch. Tagging at third is Crawford. That is going to be a sacrifice fly to 8. Robles does his job. He brings in the tying run. He's gone for the second out of the inning, but Crawford scores, and we are now back to square as it is 1-1. And that is going to bring up the center fielder and Julio Rodriguez. So a very interesting turn of events. As you say, you go to a ball game and you see something new every day. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down to Rodriguez, and the count's 1-0. Rodriguez tonight is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. He's also drawn a walk on the in-between, and there's a fastball that is tipped into the catcher's mitt. The count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ferguson ready to go again as he kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep left field. This ball could be trouble, but it is going to get knocked down on the warning track as making the catch is Miguel Andujar. And that is going to retire Rodriguez for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here. Well, they got a run in the inning on the sacrifice play by Victor Robles. That is going to tie the game up at 1. So you had 1 run on the benefit of no hits. There was no errors, and there was nobody left the board. Your score as we move to the top of the 8th inning, it's the Athletics 1 and the Mariners 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Appreciate you guys for listening in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. Here is our friend, Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 8th inning here for the Athletics, as it is slated to be Tyler Soderstrom, Gio Urshela, and Max Muncy to come to bat. Logan Gilbert's pitching line, he went 7 innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 run earned. He struck out 8 and walked none on 83 pitches. And his act is now over, as it is going to be Trent Thornton coming in. He appeared in 71 ball games last year. He is going to take over here in the 8th inning. So Trent Thornton on in relief. And the first pitch is a cutter that misses up and in for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Soderstrom tonight has accounted for the only Athletics run. It was a home run off the batter's eye in center field. As there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, and this ball is going to be trouble. And this ball is going to get gone. It is going to go into the second row of the stands, and man, that thing got out in a hurry, as Soderstrom has just hit his second home run of the ball game. An absolute laser to right field. So Soderstrom rounding the bases for the second time, and he's got himself 2 home runs here tonight and half of the hits, or check that, 2/3 of the hits for the Athletics. Only other hit belongs to Jacob Wilson. So 2-1 as they get the lead right back. And there is a fastball swung on and missed by Gio Urshela. The count is 0-1. So if you're a Mariners fan, you have all that work to get the game tied back up. With 2 pitches, you serve it right back up. There is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 to Urshela. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander works himself to the set. Now Thornton delivers. Breaking ball outside. The appeal down to the first base umpire, and they say that Urshela didn't go. It's 1-2. Thornton working from the set despite nobody being on. Our friend Chad says it's over now. It's never over, especially because of the bullpen need. Get to the ninth inning with Mason Miller, it could be over, but you got one more crack, I would think, in the bottom half of this inning as that fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's always the part that frustrates me is you got a great start there by Gilbert. He's done after 80 some odd pitches as there's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Urshela gone on strikes for the first out of the inning. Severino went 99 pitches through 57 strikes. He really battled. Gilbert at 83 pitches probably had another inning in the tank, and they took him out. He was up over 70% strike rate. As there is a breaking ball swung on, it's taken on one hop by the shortstop Crawford. It's going to be a ground out 6-3. That is going to retire Muncy for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Jacob Wilson. Our friend Chad says, I have posted after all of the years, no offense. Yeah, you know what? The big problem is, as we mentioned at the top of the stream, is that the Mariners led all of the major leagues in strikeouts last year. Struck out the most times as a team than anybody else, and really, Jerry DiPoto didn't do a whole lot to rectify that this year as that fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to cut down on their strikeouts. I think it's going to be an interesting season again, as there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Got to put the ball in play. More action in the Mariner bullpen as they have a lefty up and throwing at Spire. As there's a fastball swung on, is grounded over to the right side of the infield. A diving stop by Bliss. He gets up and throws to first. He's been a busy man tonight. Ryan Bliss has shown great defensive plays, good range, and a heck of a glove here tonight. That's a ground out 4-3 to end the inning, but the Athletics retake the lead on another solo shot by Tyler Soderstrom, this time to right field. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for the Mariners. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, everybody. This is our friend Steve, and he's going to keep you entertained with all kinds of wild and crazy stuff.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
We'll be right back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 2-1 for the Athletics. We'll be right back after this. This will get you going with a little bit of bluegrass music. Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change for the Athletics. It is going to be Jose Leclerc who is coming on in relief, as he will take over for Tyler Ferguson. So Leclerc coming in with a 2-1 lead, as he is ready to face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Cal Raleigh, Randy Arozarena, and Luke Raley. As the first pitch on the way here from the right-hander, Leclerc gets a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Mason Miller just getting up in the Oakland bullpen as he is their closer, as there is a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul, and the count now goes even to 1-1. The bunting is up all around the park. It is opening day in Seattle, as it is all around Major League Baseball today. As the 1-1 pitch coming from Leclerc here, as he kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. The count now goes to 1-2 on Raleigh. Cal Raleigh tonight is 0 for 2. He has popped to short, flown to center, and he's drawn a walk as he digs himself in, ready to face the offering here from the righty once again. He had just recently signed an extension, as he's going to be locked up in a Mariners uniform, I believe, until the 2030 season. As there's a fastball swung on, and it's hammered foul over on the first base side. The count remains at 1-2. So 1-2 strikes. After this series against Oakland, it'll be the Detroit Tigers coming into town to play the Mariners, as they'll be in on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you're around, we won't be doing any of those games, but we will be at one of them. As there's a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-2. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to get a chance to see the Athletics on Sunday, and Monday it will be the Tigers. My fingers are crossed. I'm hoping to see Jackson Jobe. It looks like Emerson Hancock is going for the Mariners on Monday, as there's a changeup that misses down. It's now 3-2 to Raleigh. So 3-2 strikes. Leclerc having to go back to the action again here as he holds to the set. And now the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball swung on and tap foul right at home plate. The count remains at 3-2. Getting into the deep water here as the Athletics are holding a 2-1 lead. The only other game that's going on, it's in the bottom of the sixth inning. The Cubs have an 8-3 lead over the Diamondbacks. 8-9-0 for the Cubs, 3-6-1 for the D-backs. All the other games are final around Major League Baseball. There is a fastball that swung on and fouled straight back. Count remains at 3-2 to Raleigh. And no matter what happens here tonight, there's 161 more of these games to follow for both of these ball clubs. As the right-hander holds to the set, now delivers. Fastball swung on and lifted foul on the third base side of home plate, and this is turning into quite the battle here. This is going to be the 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Cal Raleigh, as the Mariners need a base runner. Here comes the offering from the right-hander as he holds set. Kicks and delivers. There's another breaking ball swung on and tap foul, and this battle continues. That 3-2 strikes. Leclerc has thrown everything up to Raleigh here. It's been fastballs, it's been breaking balls, it's been changeups. Well, he's done a good job of battling here against the right-hander. Here comes the 3-2 pitch again. On the way, fastball swung on and missed. And the battle is won by Leclerc as Raleigh goes into the books for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the left fielder in Randy Arozarena. Well, for Arozarena, he is 0 for 2 officially in this one. He has lined to second and struck out his only 2 trips to the plate, but also has drawn a walk. So he did reach base in the 6th inning, as the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that is tipped into the catcher's mitt. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Arozarena with a full spring training with the Mariners here, as he was acquired in a mid-season acquisition last year by Seattle, as the 0-1 is on the way. There's a breaking ball that is waved out and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. As we said, a reminder, we'll be back on in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. Pacific or 5 a.m. Eastern for the Japanese League. As there's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away, that's going to reach the seats over on the first base side. That's the bread and butter. That's what we like to do. And hopefully you guys can join us for that if you are up in the middle of the night. So no balls and 2 strikes to Arozarena. Leclerc ahead in the count here as he comes set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. This ball is going to be trouble, and this ball is going to be gone, and we are tied up again as Randy Arozarena, with a flair for the dramatics, has hit himself a solo shot into left field, and we are all tied up at ones. Leclerc really had to work against Cal Raleigh. Raleigh took him to 10 pitches. And Arozarena, it was softened up, and it was an 0-2 pitch that Arozarena deposits into the seats, and we are now locked at 2s. And, of course, he's got himself his strut, and he's got himself his arms crossed as he plays to the audience that's in front of him as the Mariner fans are on their feet, and he gets the trident, and he shows it to the fans on the first base dugout side. That's going to bring up Luke Raleigh to the plate. As the right-hander kicks and delivers a first pitch fastball that swung through and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Our friend Stephanie says, oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Mariners have tied it up at 2. As the right-hander again holds and now delivers, there's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Raleigh tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He has also grounded out to first and struck out. As the pitch on the way, it is a fastball that misses down and away. The count is now 2-1. Jorge Polanco, who has 2 of the 4 Mariner hits, waits his turn on deck. As Leclerc ready to go after Raleigh again. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-1. Mariners have Munoz up in the bullpen, as they will more than likely turn to him for the 9th inning, whether they have the lead or not. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Leclerc delivers. Fastball swung on and missed, and now that goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Raleigh. As the right-hander Leclerc now about to deliver the 21st pitch of the inning. And that's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. And the count remains at 3-2. I know if there's a lot of Mariner fans that are listening, and there's a couple of things that I think the Mariners need to be able to do, or needed to be able to do in the offseason. There's nothing wrong with the starting pitching. The bullpen will sort itself. As that fastball misses outside, it's going to be ball 4, and Raleigh is aboard with a walk. But they really need another bat or 2 in the lineup. And they also need to be able to cut down on their strikeouts. As we mentioned, they led all of baseball last year with over 1,600 strikeouts. And if they're able to do that, well, cut down on the strikeouts, bring another bat in at some point in the season. It could be postseason baseball for the Mariners. Well, that brings Jorge Polanco to the plate with the runner at first and 1 gone. Polanco is 2 for 2 in this one. He has a couple of singles and a sacrifice bunt. The Athletics have a left-hander up and throwing now in their pen. As we are waiting here to see how this will play out. Polanco here, waiting on the first offering from Leclerc. He swings and he chops it at the end of the bat. It's going to be fielded up the third base line in foul territory by the catcher Langliers, and that's going to run the count to 0-1. Keep thinking that Soderstrom, for whatever reasons, behind the dish, but it is Langliers, the catcher. So no balls and 1 strike as the right-hander again works to the set. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. A fastball waved at and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Athletics. Hits a bit in a premium in this one. Great start by Logan Gilbert. A gutsy and gritty start by Luis Severino. As the pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes to 1-2 on Polanco. But it has been the same old story in a lot of ways. Home runs, 3 of the 4 runs been counted by home runs. Lots of strikeouts in this one, and not a whole lot of action on the base pass. As there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-2. It has been our mantra in baseball over the last few years. It's turned into home run derby, a strikeout festival, and not a whole lot of action on the in-between, which unfortunately is what the game has evolved into in recent years. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. Count remains at 2-2 to Polanco. When this game does wrap up, we will give you a full roundup from around Major League Baseball, as all of the games have been completed with the exception of the one in the desert between the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep center field. This ball could be trouble. Back onto the warning track. Leaping up is Blade, and it's gone. A 2-run homer off the bat of Jorge Polanco. Have yourself a night, Jorge. His 3rd hit of the night. A 2-run shot to straightaway center field. And that has turned this game on its side, as the Mariners, with 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th, have taken a 4-2 lead over the Athletics. What a swing by Polanco. And he is looking to turn the tables on a 2024 season. It was a little disappointing for him offensively, but a great job by him. Stayed inside the ball and took it to straightaway center field to give the Mariners a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And our friend Buster with a yes, and Stephanie as well. And yeah, you need more offense. That is for sure. Your pitching is going to take care of it, but the offense is needed, and that is going to bring Rowdy Tellez to the plate. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves possibly a pitching change or maybe a conference here. We'll have to stay with it here for a moment. As we just wait for the update here. It looks like it is going to be the end of the night for Jose Leclerc, and rightfully so. Hang on, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We're going to take a timeout here with you. It is 4-2 for the Mariners as they lead the Athletics in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. The pitching change is going to be TJ McFarland, who is coming in, and this might be more of an afterthought as Jose Leclerc had really struggled in his appearance here tonight. He was taken to a 10-pitch at bat by Cal Raleigh to start the inning, and then it was a solo shot off the bat of Randy Arozarena, followed by a walk to Luke Raleigh, and then a 2-run shot off the bat of Jorge Polanco. And the first pitch from McFarland is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Rowdy Tellez. Tellez was hit by a pitch tonight, and he has struck out looking twice, as there is a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. Rowdy Tellez, who had won the job out of spring training, making his debut in a Mariner uniform in the regular season here, as there is a breaking ball that misses, and the count goes to 1-2 on Tellez. McFarland working very quickly. He doesn't even take the most amount of time. There's a ground ball hit softly up the middle, fielded by Wilson. He throws to first, and Tellez is in the books on a ground out, 6-3. So 2 gone here, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Ryan Bliss. Well, for Bliss tonight, he is officially 0-for-1. He has a couple of walks. He reached on a walk in the 5th. He has a stolen base. And then he was gunned down at the plate in the seventh inning as he tried to score all the way from second base on a wild pitch. As there is a first pitch that is missing down for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Bliss. Bliss batting here with 2 gone in the eighth. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Munoz heating up in the bullpen. As Andres Munoz will be turned to try to close it out. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-1 on Bliss. Looking ahead to the ninth inning, it'll be the top of the order for the Athletics. Butler, Rooker, and Blade slated to come to bat. 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line. Giving chase is Butler. He's in foul territory with room to make the catch, and he does. And Bliss is going to be retired for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here. But damage done, and lots of it for the Mariners in the eighth inning. 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits, which were both home runs. 1 from Arozarena and 1 from Polanco. There were no errors and nobody left the board. Your score as we move to the top of the ninth inning. It is the Mariners 4 and the Athletics 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. And hopefully you guys will be with us as well. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you for listening in on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Thank you for that introduction, Freddie. Hey guys, Steve coming back at you today. And every day is opening day on my channel. I open everything from hot sauce to beer to deviled eggs to cans of soup to ravioli to sport card packs that you wouldn't believe. I open blasters of stuff. I open regular boxes of stuff. Speaking of hot sauce, I open hot sauce, which is often gifted to me from the community. I have it all. I open up Star Wars by the tons, including the Family Guy Star Wars. I have a bunch of wrestling that I do open, and I do non-sport cards like crazy. As you can see, we have it all. I even open Marvel, tons and tons of Marvel cards. But you never know, on my channel, you just may have a little trouble with tribbles too. Remember, opening day every day. Thank you, Freddie. See you in Funny Pages, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the ninth inning, and the Mariners are going to the bullpen as they're bringing in Andres Munoz to try to close this one out. The top of the inning, it is going to be Lawrence Butler, Brent Rooker, and J.J. Blade to face the right-hander who is coming in from the bullpen, as he will take over here in the top of the ninth inning. We're going to come back in just a couple of moments. Well, actually, no, we're going to stay right here with you, as it looks like that the timeout is going to be over. We might have had a few extra seconds. So Butler stepping to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He has grounded out twice, and he has popped out to third. And he swings at a first pitch fastball that is fouled away down the third base line. The count is 0-1. 98 miles an hour on the gun off the bat of Lawrence Butler. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball at 99 that misses inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Munoz last season had 22 saves in 60 games. He posted an earned run average of 2.12. As the pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count goes to 1-2. Munoz did a good job of taking a little something off of the pitch. So 1-2 to Butler. Munoz originally was a property of the San Diego Padres. It makes you wonder sometimes where the Padres would be if they wouldn't have traded away some of their younger stars or younger players at the time. Munoz delivers a breaking ball that misses in the dirt, and the count is 2-1. I certainly need a base runner due to the Athletics as they are running out of outs here, and there's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Chad, who was in listening with us earlier, he was thinking this game might go to extra innings. There's a breaking ball that misses down. That's going to be ball 4, and Butler's aboard with a walk. And that is not what you want here. You got Brent Rooker coming to the plate. Now, mind you, Rooker's not had a very good night tonight. He has struck out all 3 times he's come to the plate. He is a very dangerous hitter. He had 39 homers. He was 3rd in the league in the American League last year in home runs. and he could definitely run into a ball and potentially tie this game up. So we got power versus power here as Munoz ready to face Rooker, and the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Rooker here, once upon a time with the Minnesota Twins, has had a couple of great seasons with the Athletics. There's a pitch. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. Stephanie says, let's not. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Rooker is going to be down for the fourth time tonight on strikes. He is in the books for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, J.J. Bleday. I got to tell you, Stephanie, it is painful sometimes to watch. I do get down to see the Mariners on a number of occasions. I'm usually trying to get down about anywhere from 6 to 10 times a year. As the offering is on the way from Munoz, there's a fastball that just misses a little low, and the count is 1-0. Mentioned going to be seeing the A's in the series finale on Sunday. It is Brian Wu who takes to the hill, I guess, against J.P. Sears. And then Monday, Hancock against the always popular to be determined of the Tigers, as there's a breaking ball missing down and away. The count is 2-0. Always look forward to some of that stuff. Stephanie says no extra innings needed. Well, hopefully not tonight if you're a fan of the Mariners. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped up the middle. It is fielded neatly by the shortstop Crawford. Tags the runner, throws to first, and that's the double play to end the ball game. What a play by J.P. Crawford. I'm not sure that was the best of base running by Lawrence Butler as he ran into the tag, and that allowed J.J. Bleday to get gunned down at first base. It's going to be a double play ball, 6-3 to end the ball game. And that is going to do it here as the Mariners are going to knock off the Athletics 4-2. They had no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. Your final score from Seattle, it is the Mariners 4, the Athletics 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll wrap this one up for you in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. That was our tune-up for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We'll be back at 2 a.m. Pacific or 5 a.m. Eastern as the Japanese will open their season, and we provide live English commentary on the NPB. So if you got nothing to do at 2 a.m. Pacific, come on back and join us because that's what we love to do. It is a final score of 4-2. We'll wrap it up here for you, and then we'll give you the rundown from across Major League Baseball. The scoring was opened up in the fifth inning by the Oakland Athletics. It was all the offense came tonight from Tyler Soderstrom as he led off with one out, got the scoring going for the Athletics with a solo shot right off the batter's eye in center field. Made the early scoreline 1-0 for the Athletics. In the seventh inning, the bottom half of the seventh, the Mariners got on the board first after back-to-back walks to Bliss and Crawford. And then it was Bliss who ended up getting thrown out at the plate on a wild pitch when Victor Robles was batting. Crawford went all the way around to third from first base, and then Victor Robles hit a sacrifice fly to bring home Crawford to tie the ball game at 1. But after 2 pitches, the Athletics got the lead back on a solo shot to right field by Tyler Soderstrom. That made the scoreline 2-1. But the bottom of the 8th inning, it was all Seattle with 1 out after Cal Raleigh struck out on 10 pitches. Randy Arozarena hit an 0-2 pitch into the left field seats to tie the game at 2. Luke Raleigh then walked, and then Jorge Polanco hit himself a 2-run homer, and that gave the Mariners a 4-2 lead that they never looked back on. So 4 runs in the ballgame, 5 hits, no errors for the Mariners, and the Athletics 2-3-1. That is where the scoreline ended up here tonight. And so your final score, once again, from Seattle, the Mariners 4 and the Athletics 2. We're going to give you a quick rundown from around Major League Baseball before we wrap this one up here tonight. And our friend from the Philippines is in the house tonight. We appreciate you for being here as well as everybody else who did stop in. Final scores from around the MLB. Yankees knocked off the Brewers 4-2. Rodon the win. Freddie Peralta the loss. Devin Williams gets the save, his first in a Yankee uniform. Orioles thumped the Blue Jays 12-2. 12-14-0 for the O's. Blue Jays 2-4-0. Eflin got the win. Barrios took the loss. Dodgers knocked off the Tigers 5-4. 5-7-0 for the Dodgers, 4-9-0 for the Tigers. Snell gets the win. He's 1-0. Skubal the loss. Trinan the save. Of course, everybody is getting the firsts of a lot in this one here. The Red Sox beat the Rangers 5-2. It was 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning for Boston, and Aroldis Chapman gets his first win in a Red Sox uniform. Jackson takes the loss for the Rangers. Slayton with the save. It is the Phillies winning in 10. They scored 4 runs against the Nationals in the top of the 10th. They win 7-3, 7-8-1 for the Phillies, 3-5-0 for the Nats. Alvarado gets the win, and the loss goes to Pache. Another final in 10 innings. The Guardians scored 3 times in the top of the 10th after a pretty much automatic closer in Emmanuel Clase gave up the lead in the bottom of the 9th. Clase gets the win. Long takes the loss for Kansas City, and Sewald gets the save for the Guardians. Astros knocked off the Mets 3-1, 3-7-0 for the Astros, 1-6-1 for the Mets. Framber Valdez with the win. Clay Holmes takes the loss, and it was Hader who gets the win, the save for the Houston Astros. Giants went into Cincinnati, and they were trailing for much of the ball game, and then they erupted in the top of the 9th inning with 4 runs. They go on to beat the Reds 6-4, 6-6-0 for the Giants, 4-8-0 for the Reds. Rogers the win, Guibault the loss, and Walker with the save in that one. Padres took care of the Braves 7-4, 7-10-1 for the Padres, 4-7-0 for the Braves. Willie Peralta getting the win for the Padres. Taking the loss is Neris. Roberto Suarez gets the save for the Padres. I had to do a double check and clear my eyes, but the White Sox are north of 500. Of course, it's only one game. They win their opener 8-1 over the Angels, 8-9-0 for the Chi Sox, 1-5-0 for the Angels. Win goes to Burke. The loss goes to Kikuchi. That is the final there. The Marlins knocked off the Pirates, wasted a good start by Paul Skeens. 5-7-0 for the Marlins, 4-4-1 for the Pirates. The Marlins were able to score 2 in the bottom of the 8th, and they walked it off in the bottom of the 9th. Tinoco, the win for the Marlins. Bednar, the loss for the Pirates. Cardinals took care of the Twins 5-3, 5-10-0 for the Cardinals. 3-8-1 for the Twins. Sonny Gray gets the win. Pablo Lopez the loss. Ryan Helsley the save in that one. The other game that is still underway, the Diamondbacks are starting to claw their way back as they scored a couple of runs in the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-5, 8-9-0 for the Cubs, 5-6-1 for the Snakes. That game is still going on. It is in the top of the 8th inning. And once again, your final score from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, it is the Mariners 4 and the Athletics 2, 4-5-0 for the Mariners, 2-3-1 for the Athletics. And that is all we have for tonight. Once again, guys, we really appreciate you guys for stopping in. Our friend Stephanie says thanks, and she appreciated that. We thank you guys for popping in. We'll be back on later tonight for NPB action. Hopefully you guys can join us for that. And we will see you again soon. Don't forget to bookmark the channel. And don't forget, we'll be back on again later tonight. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you again later.